Max Scherzer's second start against the Dodgers, for whom he performed briefly a couple of years ago. First one was foreshortened. He was ejected for sticky stuff, if you remember, back in L.A. in April. Hoping this one lasts a little bit longer than 3 innings. 3-2 to Betts. And it's in there for a call strike 3. Got him on a high cutter. Now that's a pitch that Max generally does not throw against right-hand batters, but he threw it twice against Betts. And he rips that one to right field. Marte cutting across, and he reaches out and makes a nice catch. Marte sticking out that glove at the last propitious moment to pull that in for a tough second out. 1-2 coming. Swung and a miss. He got him through another cutter. And so Scherzer with a 1-2-3 opening inning with a couple of strikeouts.
Bobby Miller got off to one of the best starts for any pitcher in franchise history. He had a 0.78 over his first 4 starts. Backdoor to get Lindor looking. 2 gone here in the first.
Here's Jeff McNeil, who's seemed perturbed often this year. He pulls that one down the right field line over toward the corner, and that's a fair ball hopping up against the wall. Hayward plays the carom, gets it in, but too late, and McNeil slides in with a 2-out double. That is good to see for Jeff McNeil. His first hit in this series, his 14th double of the year. Now Pete Alonso, who had a base hit his first time up last night to snap an 0-for-15 stretch.
Runner at second, 2 gone, and a 1-2 pitch. Alonso pulls 100 gently left side. Muncy scrapes it off of the deck, throws him out, and ends the first. Off and rolling in New York, and no score.
Second inning, no score. J.D. Martinez leads off against Max Scherzer. And he goes upstairs to strike out Martinez. 3 strikeouts in the first 4 batters for Scherzer. 1 out.
Here is Hayward shooting a ball by the bag. Get off me ball, and the first base runner for the Dodgers. Hayward tries to make it 2. Throw from Beatty in time. Inning over.
Nice play by Beatty to chase after that ball, and no panic on the throw. Got it right there to McNeil for the tag on Hayward for the 3rd out. And Hayward's still lying on his back. I don't know if he's shaken up or just unhappy about his decision to try for 2. McNeil got the tag despite the old okey doke. Here's Austin Barnes getting his first action in the series. And the slider got him looking. Nice pitch by Scherzer to strike out Barnes. He's faced the minimum over the first 3, striking out 4. No score. 1 out. Here's Brandon Nimmo. He's flied out to left in his first at bat.
Brandon Nimmo drives the first pitch in the air to center field. Outman's going back to the track, to the wall, makes the grab. James Outman takes it away from Nimmo. On Nimmo's own territory out there in center field, where he's robbed a hit or 2. Outman makes a tremendous play for the 2nd out of the 3rd.
So back-to-back walks to the top 2 hitters in the order. And now Scherzer will face Max Muncy with 2 on and nobody out. And the curveball struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Scherzer. 2nd time he's gotten Muncy. 1 down.
It's almost like you pulled the string a little on this curveball.
And Martinez pops one up in foul ground. Alonso tracking it right to the railing. Reaches up and makes the catch. There's a big out for Scherzer as that ball just stayed in play for Alonso to handle. 2 out.
Boy, that was perfectly played by Pete.
And the curveball popped up shallow center. Nimmo is there. And Scherzer works his way out of trouble in the 4th. Back-to-back walks, and he leaves him stranded. Still no score. Jason Hayward has come out of the game. Jake Marisnick, former Met, comes in and plays center. James Albin moves to right. Hayward got shaken up trying to stretch a single into a double in the 2nd inning.
And it happened on a tag here from McNeil. As you can see, the shoulder probably to the neck probably was the problem for Hayward.
Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Marte leads off against Bobby Miller. Grounded past Freeman and down the right field line, and Marte's got a base hit. Just punched it between Freeman and the line. And the Mets have a leadoff base runner in the 5th. Just their 3rd hit of the day. 23 steals this year to lead the team, 3rd in the National League.
Runner goes again, swing and a miss. Barnes throws, not in time. Stolen base, Starling Marte. 24th of the year for Marte.
Nimmo almost had himself another extra base hit last time up, but Outman made a terrific catch against the center field fence. Infield back at double play depth. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Brandon gets a curveball, hits it off the glove of Miller, and he's going to have to go to first and gets an out there as the first run of the game scores. Marte comes home, and it's 1-0 New York.
Toss him out to make sure he's okay.
Also,
Dave Roberts right behind him.
Strategic check that he's okay. Give Gratterall some more time.
That is going to do it for Bobby Miller. And Brusdar Gratterall comes in. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, and Lindor coming up. Jumps on the first pitch. Up the middle he goes. Rojas from short center field, and that's all it takes for Brusdar Graterol to finish up the line for Bobby Miller.
Betts, Freeman, and Muncy at the top of the batting order. Last time around, Scherzer walked Betts and Freeman back-to-back in the fourth and had to pitch around that. That was his most stressful inning. And Betts skies one to right. Marte giving some ground. He'll have room on the warning track, and he puts it away, 1 out. And Freeman goes down swinging on the back foot cutter. Nicely done by Scherzer for his 6th strikeout of the day. It's a center field that Nimmo's there. I love the girl in front of him imitating his repose.
That looked a little bit like our booth sometimes before the games.
Shutdown inning for Scherzer and a shutdown afternoon for that young man.
Scherzer trying to go 7 for the first time since June 19th against Houston. He went 8 innings, allowed 1 run.
Marisnik pops one up, and Beatty calls for it. Get back on that horse. Side retired. 8 in a row retired by Scherzer. He's through 7 terrific scoreless innings. 1-0 New York. It's 1-0. Dodgers have the tying run at third. The potential go-ahead run at first. Scott, who will face Betts.
Betts shoots one to left center field. This game is tied. Mookie Betts comes through again. 1-1 in the 8th.
22 RBIs in his last 18 games. It's the 2nd most in Major League Baseball. Well, he adds to that total.
And so it's up to Muncy. 2 on, 2 out.
3-2 coming to Muncy. Popped it up third base side. Beatty coming in. He's there. Side retired. 2 king-size outs for Brooks Raley after the Dodgers tie the game against Trevor Gott in the 8th.
Go-ahead run into scoring position with a 2-out pinch hit double from Taylor. They kept the inning alive for James Outman, who's walked twice in this game and reached base in 6 of his 9 plate appearances this weekend.
Struck him out. Foul tip held by Narvaez, and Robertson puts up a 0 in the top of the 9th. Vogelbach is 0 for 3 today. Flied out, grounded out, and struck out. And Daniel breaks his bat but dumps it into right center for a base hit. Nicely done by Vogelbach on the cutter. And the Mets have the winning run aboard, and now we'll get a pinch runner. DJ Stewart will run for Vogelbach. Marte singled to right, stole the base, and scored the Mets run in the 5th. That run stood up till the 8th. There goes Stewart. Swung and missed. The throw to second by Smith, and Stewart steals the base. Marte strikes out, but DJ Stewart steals second, and the Mets have the potential winning run in scoring position with Brett Beatty coming up.
And they're going to check it. Smith has one of the best pop times and throwing arms in the game. That one over the head of Marte. Betts with the tag, and it's late to me. DJ Stewart got his hand in first. Fingertips.
It does appear as though he beat it, and even if he didn't, I don't think it's close enough for them to think about overturning it.
The call stands. Runner safe. Los Angeles loses their challenge.
Beatty is 1 for 3 today. A base hit back in the 2nd. Since then, he struck out and flied out.
First one from Evan Phillips. To third from Muncy. And this game goes to extra innings. Dodgers looking for their first lead of the day. Smith going to try and do it against a drawn-in infield.
And Smith hits it to Lindor, who backhands it, checks the runner, and gets the out. Lindor positioned perfectly, and they get Smith 2 away.
Boy, you just love that when your fielders are given the best chance to succeed.
So now the infield can back up. Betts at the plate, 2 out. Betts flies 1 out to right. Marte giving ground. He'll have room on the warning track, and he's got it. Side retired. I was going to say, would they think about walking Betts to Freeman?
He was being careful.
Kept him in the ballpark.
Brett Beatty will be the base runner.
And the Mets will send up Luis Guillorme to bat for Marcana. Runners are going to stay in with 2 strikes. Bunt is off, and it's hit over the bag. That's a fair ball down the line, and the Mets will win the game. Beatty comes in with the winning run. Luis Guillorme couldn't get the bunt down, but he gets the base hit to bring in the winner in the bottom of the 10th. And the Mets win the game 2-1 to put an end to this dastardly 4-game losing streak.